we don't need to give into this intimidation. The left wants the troops off the streets because they want the crime to be high.
But like come on, dude. I mean, don't get mad at me, but like, are we serious about, like, it's always funny when people get mad at that shit, but I can't even look at this shit, dude. Lunatic. 2 weeks ago, General Flynn predicted on my show that elements of the CIA would activate Islamic sleeper cells in the United States in the coming months. Hell yeah. Alex Jones, give me some of that good shit.
2 weeks ago, on my syndicated broadcast, General Flynn, the former head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, predicted that in the coming months, or even weeks, the deep state CIA elements, ally of the Democratic Party, with Communist China, Venezuela, and others, would begin triggering sleeper cells inside the United States, particularly Islamic. I'll post the interview below. He was on my broadcast yesterday and pointed out that all the evidence is clear. We've also had whistleblowers that have talked to Jesse Waters and others at Fox from inside the CIA, that this whole program with the seditious six and the script they admit they were given, Brennan's the handler, former head of the CIA, from my analysis, this whole operation they've been running of saying, implying Trump's putting out illegal orders, is ahead of major events to destabilize the United States with different paramilitary forces. And then when Trump tries to call it the military, the corporate media would already pre-planted the idea that his orders are illegal. This is sedition. This is the prep phase for a violent coup. And I've been predicting it along with General Flynn as well. This is a very, very serious time right now. And now we know, as you see below, this has been released by CIA Director Ratcliffe. Laura Logan has posted the information, and she's got incredible intel connections. I'll just leave it at that. That this guy was part of a CIA strike force, and that's what his ID says, in Afghanistan. And of course, her husband's been deployed over there for forever and was a leading commander.
I just can't take him seriously, even if he has like moments of random clarity in all of the sea of bullshit Trump defense that he engages in. Because like, this is Alex Jones's like aha moment in his career, right? The deep state pedophiles have been outed with Jeffrey Epstein, right? And he's like, oh, it's just actually not that significant. Don't even worry about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff because I love Donald Trump and he would never actually his. Like, how can you spend your entire conspiracy theory career talking about deep state pedophiles, working with Israel, working with the CIA, and then you have a deep state pedophile who was an Israeli and American intelligence asset, only to turn around and be like, yeah, actually, the entire thing that my career hinged on is true, and I can't even say it is because I love sucking Donald Trump's penis. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank God, dude. Yeah, that's right. I love sucking ding dong. Trump's ding dong to begin with. I gobble it. Yeah. That also, yeah, troops on the streets. He yelled pasta comitatus constantly. Yeah, that's the other side. We got Palantir surveillance by a South African freak lizard person that even the normies look at and go, that's a lizard person. Okay. This guy's been saying lizard people are going to come and do mass surveillance at the behest of the deep state. And now they're doing it, but it's Trump doing it. So he has to be like, that's actually good. That's a good thing. Troops, National Guards troops being domestically sent to U.S. cities to do black bagging operations. Literally happening. Trump building his own Gestapo with ICE. Hundreds of billions of dollars being reallocated to Trump's very own secret police structure. Every single thing that this man has talked about is currently happening, but the guy doing it is his buddy, So he's just sitting there being like, no, actually, this is the ICE Gestapo comparison is actually quite anti-Semitic. Awesome. Yeah, no, the good news, yes, I know.
Also a very good source of information on that front. So, message to Trump, this is a probe. This was just literally hundreds of feet away from the fence at the White House. And there's going to be more of this. So people better get ready. This is very, 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 very serious. Of course, Biden brought hundreds of thousands of these people into the country. And they need to be deported. The media's trying to spin it now.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's a black flag operation. It's a false flag operation. But also, even though I'm recognizing that it's a false flag operation, I personally believe that we should actually follow the ambitions of the federal government doing the false flag operation.
Now, because the Trump administration approved one level of his asylum last year. But that's just because that's part of the larger process.
Okay. So Trump didn't do the false flag. It's someone else in the deep state trying to ruin Donald Trump. Makes sense. Yeah. And Trump was duped into the Trump administration was actually duped by the deep state pedophiles, not Jeffrey Epstein, though.
That Biden set up. And now those policies need to be reversed.
Yeah. How deep does the state go, man?
And they need to go in and kick out all of these paramilitary Afghans, even if they, quote, work for the CIA. But this guy clearly is working for these very... John Brennan is a Muslim and a communist. He brags about it. People always are blown away by that. I mean, look it up. He brags about it in Arabic. And they're working with these different networks. And they use them as a covert army. And
John Brennan is a Muslim and a communist. That's awesome. I need to see what he means by this, because sometimes there's like, it's this. CIA Director John Brennan proudly acknowledges that he once voted for the communist candidate for president. That's got to be a trot, right? That tracks with, that has to be, he has to be a trot, right? I suspect. Because like he goes from voting and being a part of the communist movement during the Cold War to being the director of the CIA. That's trot behavior, the trot the neocon pipeline, you know? It has to be. I don't know how he I don't know where the Muslim thing comes from.
They're gearing up the drug cartels and others to wreak havoc in this nation. General Flynn didn't just predict that. He has sources that give him the chatter and the information that's being picked up, and I'm getting that from other law enforcement intelligence sources as well. So I'm very, very sad for the two National Guard soldiers that were... the governor of West Virginia came out where they were deployed from and said they were. And now there's conflicting reports, but we'll just continue to watch.
Not all trots chatters.
Everybody's put their head on a swivel. And we don't need to give into this intimidation. The left wants the troops off the streets because they want the crown to be high.
But like come on, dude. I mean, don't get mad at me, but like, are we serious about? Like, it's always funny when people get mad at that shit, but. The official Frank Wuko also elevated far-right conspiracy theories, including that Obama was not born in the U.S., John Brennan converted to Islam, Eric Holder belonged to the Black Panthers, and Huma Abedin has ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. A Trump official who suggested dropping nuclear bombs on Afghanistan is now responsible for arms control issues at the State Department. Like, remember the guy who recently died, Horowitz? He was a trot too. He was just, he had a different evolution. And in the nicest assessment possible, Western capitalist ideologues absolutely utilized a lot of his later work in designing some of the most successful anti-communist propaganda that was implemented during the Cold War. And also, there are a lot of people that started as trots that became neocons in America, like a lot. What, you are no longer viewbotting? Yeah, I stopped today for Thanksgiving. You're going to find out